All right, so let's see on 16. All right, this one starts out with x to the 5th, to the 4th, to the 3rd, to the square. Now notice what's missing. The linear term, the x, and the constant. Okay, so for those two things, we're going to need to fill in 0 placeholders. Okay, look in the divisor. So the missing terms not only applies to the dividend, but it also applies to the divisor. You have to fill in 0 placeholders. So what's missing here? Yeah, x squared and x. There's a lot of stuff missing in this problem that we're going to have to fill in with zeros here. Okay, so let's copy this one in our long division now. Zoom out a bit more. All right, so 16. All right, so we got a divisor here. So 2x cubed. Now I'm not going to write 2x cubed plus 1. It'll focus. Just give it a minute. It's like putting on glasses. All right, 2x cubed. Now, so plus 0x squared plus 0x, okay, and then plus 1. Now, let's divide that into all this. All right, so we got 2x to the 5th minus 8x to the 4th, so I'm not skipping anything yet. All right, plus 2x cubed plus x squared, and now it's stopped. Okay, so even when the constant is left off, you have to put in 0 placeholders. So not only for the constant, but for the linear term, the x term, so we got to put plus 0x plus 0. All right, now let's start dividing. So let's just look at the leading terms here, the 2x cubed and then the 2x to the 5th. All right, what would I multiply 2x cubed by to get 2x to the 5th? Yeah, x squared. Okay, because ultimately, what do you do with 2 and 3 right there? You add them. Yeah. So x squared times 2x to the 3rd would be 2x to the 5th. But now I got to take x squared and I got to multiply by all of those too. Okay, so let's see. X squared times 0x squared would be 0x to the 4th. X squared times 0x would be 0x cubed. And then x squared times 1 is just x squared. Okay, now we got to take all this and subtract it though. So 2x to the 5th minus 2x to the 5th, that goes away. All right, negative 8x to the 4th minus 0x to the 4th would be negative 8x to the 4th. All right, 2x cubed minus 0x cubed would just be 2x cubed. All right, and then what about this? X squared and then minus x squared. Yeah, 0x squared. Okay. Like right here. What, negative 8x squared minus 0x squared is negative 8x, I'm sorry, to the 4th. I'm saying squared. 2x cubed minus 0x cubed is just 2x cubed. And this would be x squared minus x squared, which is 0x squared. Okay. So I'm not going to mark them out and say they go away because I got to have a placeholder right there. It's not like the first one. The first one's always going to go away and it just goes away. Now, what from here though? Bring down the next one, which is just a 0x. Okay, now let's start over. What can I multiply by 2x cubed here to get negative 8x to the 4th? Negative 4, negative 4x. Okay, so here we go. Negative 4x times 2x cubed would be negative 8x to the 4th. Negative 4x times 0x squared would be negative 0x to the 3rd. And then negative 4x times 0x would be negative 0x squared. And then negative 4x times 1 is negative 4x. Alright, let's take all this and subtract it now. So that'll go away. Alright, now what about this? I'm going to get y'all to call it out for me. This would be what? 2x cubed. Alright, plus 0x squared. Alright, plus 4x or minus 4x? Yeah, plus 4x. Because what? Minus a negative? That just means you're going to add 0 and 4. All right, now let's bring down that last 0. And one more division, thank God. Okay. All right, so 2x cubed times what is 2x cubed? Kind of tricky. 1, yeah. So it's in a positive 1, right? So we'll say plus 1. Now let's multiply all these by that 1 right there. So 1 times 2x cubed is 2x cubed. 1 times 0x squared is 0x squared. 1 times 0x is 0x. And 1 times 1 is 1. Okay, let's take all that and subtract it. So that'll go away. Alright, 0x squared and 0x squared would just be 0x squared. 4x minus 0x would just be 4x. And then 0 minus 1 would be negative 1. Now, when I write my remainder, I don't need all those 0 placeholders. Okay, by the way, this is the remainder, isn't it? Because there's nothing else to bring down and divide anymore. So let's put in our remainder. We're going to say plus, because it's a positive. And now, what would I say here? Well, yeah, 4x minus 1. And then when I write the divisor, you don't have to put all the zeros in the remainder stuff. So what were you going to say? 2x cubed, yeah, plus 1. All right, we okay with the long division now? Okay. Now, yeah, it does. Now, the good news is I think I gave 2 or 3 problems that were long division in the homework. The rest of them were synthetic division. By far, you will use synthetic division more. Okay. But there will be an occasion here when you'll have to use long division in what we do in the third 6 weeks. All right. Y'all start those here. I've got written up there for the dividing polynomials, the sheet. I'm going to get your folders back to you and your test.